Hello, my name is Dr. Curtis, and this is a video that I created to walk through the syllabus for Math 161. Pre-calculus, this is Math 161, Section 3. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that this is an online asynchronous course. Let's see what that means. Alright, so asynchronous would be that's an online education that is self-paced without live real-time instruction, right? This traditional online class is where students log in, they work at times that are convenient to them, and they have to adhere to certain due dates. It's a fully online course, so it's listed as asynchronous with no particular schedule. Okay, so we're not going to be meeting unless you show up to my office hours and you have questions. That's different, right? But there's no regular class meetings. All right. So my email address is Deborah_Curtis@bloomfield.edu. My office hours, and it'll be virtual, will be from 3 to 4:30 on Tuesdays and 11 to 12:30 on Thursdays. So that reminds me, I have to set those up with Zoom, right? I'll have Zoom meetings, not meetings again. This is my office hours, so anyone can drop in and ask questions, right? So I encourage you to do the work, and then if you get stuck, have any questions, you'll let me know. And a good way, if you're trying to come to office hours, you might want to let me know. You might send me an email, or best way to communicate, I guess, is either email or through Blackboard. All right, very important. This is a required textbook. It's an interactive textbook for Math 161. And here's the ISBN. Our Academos bookstore should have this information. You're going to sign in to create an account. So go to learnzybooks.com. It's called the Zybook by Wiley. You enter this Zybook code, and then they'll explain how to subscribe. I think the book is like $30 or something like that. All right. So very important that you go into the Zybook. That's how I'm going to take your attendance, but more about that in a minute. All right. We have the calculator. TI-84 or better is important to have. It make the course much easier for you. So it's very important to use some type of calculator. Graphing calculator is best. All right, you can look over the goals of the course. Those are, again, your syllabus can be found on Blackboard. You just go to Start Here on Blackboard, and then you'll see the different links. Right. So one is the syllabus, and this syllabus that I'm looking at is posted. So you have the competencies, the student learning outcomes. You go through those one by one. The attendance. Again, I'm going to take the attendance once weekly, right? And so it will depend on your time on the Zybook. So you need to go to the Zybook, and as you read along, you'll see there are participation activities. It's just as you're reading along the sections, you will click on things, and it's interactive. It helps you learn the material. So I'll be able to tell if you clicked on the participation activities. If you just do, I think I have here like up to 3 in one of the sections, at least I'll know that you're active, and I can take your attendance for that week based on that. But I do encourage you to, of course, do the homework, right? The assignments, which is to go through most, and I have them listed, but go through lots of participation activities for each section, right? But if you just do a few, at least I'll know that you're still active and in the course. Again, try to do all of your homework. All right, and so you can read more about the attendance policy. Of course, if you don't want to miss more than 2 weeks of class, right? Because then you get lost and it's hard to catch up. All right. If you get stuck, suppose you don't understand something, but you still should be able to do the participation activity. to give it a try, right? I think you just click on it. I don't even think it's any work to do. You just click on it and you're reading. It's part of the reading. All right, but again, if you get stuck with homework or anything, then you should let me know. Just write in the discussion board. At least I know that you're trying to work on the material, and I can also look there and see that you're active and take your attendance via that. You can read the rest of the policy. Note selling, that's not allowed. We talk about the graphing calculator, homeworks. It's just to reinforce the material. Okay, so there are section activities or exercises at the end of each section on zyBooks. So you may have those assignments, but a lot of times it's just to look over the participation activities. So that's reading along, clicking on the activities, and learning as you go. Tests and quizzes, you have to take them all by their due dates. I will give you, say, 24 hours to do the test. But once you go in, I think you may get 2 tries with Math 161. So I think you have like 2 hours and you may get, I'm not sure, I have to look at that. But definitely there'll be a given time for you to take the test and quiz. I think you'll have like 24 hours, a given day. All right. Grading policy, you have 5 exams. That'll be 80% of your final grade, right? So it'll be 5 tests. And suppose you don't do well on one, then you may not do well, or you miss it or something. Then you can drop one test, but you'll have to take the final exam in order to replace it, right? So if you take all 5 tests, then you won't need the final exam. All right? So again, the final exam is optional, right? But if you've taken all 5 tests and you're happy with your grade, then you won't need to take the final exam. All right. The score on homework, right, you get like 1 to 5 points for your homework. It's just that you attempted it. All right. So that's right. In 161, you'll be doing a lot of the problems at the end of the section. So the section exercises, and you'll write them up. I don't know if you can submit them on zyBooks. You'll find out. But if you cannot, then you need to write up the homeworks, take a picture, and send it to me via Blackboard. And you can look on Blackboard and find out exactly how to do that. Again, start here. I'll talk more about that in your weekly videos. I'm going to try to every week make a video to explain what you need to do for the week. So that'll be in a different video. Right now we're just going to go over the syllabus. All right, so you have the 5 tests. That's 80% of your score. Your homework grade will be 20% of your final grade. So that's great. So just keep up with the homeworks, hand them in. That's 20% of your grade. All right, and here's the grading scale. And let's see, it says this is an online course. We talked about that. You'll need to access Blackboard. You'll have to get the zyBook and be able to get on the Google Drive so that you can look for your assignments. All right, and all of your homework is to be submitted through Blackboard, not email. Support services, you can read about all the different accommodations we have, work study, tutoring, different things like that. This is all the information under support services. Personal counseling, if there's any issues, if you need references. But I do have videos and different links on Blackboard to help support your learning. The COVID-19 statement, so if you're going to go up to campus, you'll need to read this. This is what you have to do in order to go up to campus in person. And here's our schedule of classes, okay, which can change depending on how things go. But this is pretty much with Math 161, things don't change much. This is how it goes. All right, so for the first week, this is what you're going to do is look at sections 9.1 in the zyBook and 9.2 in the zyBook. All right, so I will go over the exact I will go over the exact work that you need to do in this iBook in your weekly video. I'm going to make that in a few minutes. All right. Any questions? Feel free to email me. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.